new area out there by the cancer center, so there's just no other homes or anything.
It's like growing like crazy out there. I never go that way. I went that way the other day. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Every which way you can look.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's expanding quick. Well, this first segment is brought to us by Barry Law and James Arthur Vineyards. So we appreciate them. And today our guest is Brad Cheney from the UPS stores. Did I say Brian?
You did.
I did say Brian. I'm going to call you Brian today.
It's okay, Tim. It is okay. It's okay.
Brad Cheney from the UPS stores. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I was out on the golf course yesterday, and that wind was something else. We were out in Grand Island.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, right. You have to count for that.
Have the shot flying towards the green, and here it blows off the green.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you got to get them knockdown shots going, man.
Well, I think about all the guys playing baseball.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Not fun.
Crazy. Well, UPS stores, one of our sponsors, we appreciate that. And give us kind of that nice 30,000 foot view of the UPS stores, because most of us, like we always say, we think of the trucks, we think of delivery, and it's way more than that.
Yeah, we're kind of the one-stop shop for small business owners. Like we want small business owners to know about what we do in our centers. So everybody thinks about the shipping, and we love that. That's a big chunk of our business. But when it comes to small business owners, we're that mailbox, so they can have a physical address. They don't have to put their home address down.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they come in and they got to do business cards, we're their printer for those business cards. If they want to do banners, brochures across the board. So the small business owners is like our big reach, our big push to that. And then, obviously the general public coming in and shipping grandma's china or, whatever it may be out to their other family members, things like that.
But you guys do tons of support for small businesses. That was the thing that stunned me when we sat down a while back and we're kind of talking about it. I'm like, gosh, you guys, you do, and even more than business cards and banners. I mean, You guys do just about everything a small business needs.
Well, you think, and the other thing, we offer notary service. We have a notary on staff every day of the week. And so this is something people that, and that's what we have quite a few realtors that come in and have us help them with their documents and things like that too. So,
wow.
I would not have thought.
Yeah, I that was one I didn't even know. and I was crawling through their website, which goes on for days. I mean, days. There's so much information on there.
It's good.
So one thing that kind of, as I was going through kind of your history, you come from a pretty big line of entrepreneurs.
It's apparently in the blood.
It must be.
Yeah. So it started in 1953. My great grandfather opened up started hauling milk out of Bennett and was doing local milk routes, and then we became a transfer station. We've done a number of different trucking things, but we're still in the trucking industry. So in the early 80s, we started pulling for Linweld, now Matheson Trigas, and doing cryogenic liquids. And then, my brother owns the welding shop in Bennett. We started the UPS store, got our first franchise bought in 2014, added, now we're up to 5 centers here in Lincoln. And then we're also the area franchisee for Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Sioux City and Council Bluffs, Iowa. So I have 45 centers in my area that I provide support to. And I'm also able to add stores as needed.
So when you say provide support for, there's already UPS stores there, and you just help them with the business itself, or are you selling franchises in these areas?
I do. We sell franchises in these areas,
Okay.
but like for my current franchisees, I provide, when we say provide support, there's a portion of ours that's the franchise compliance. I mean, making sure they're doing the things they're supposed to, but our major focus is on figuring out how to help grow their business. It's one of the best parts of my job is somebody will come to me and it's like, I can't figure out why this isn't making it. And I'm a numbers guy, dive into the numbers. Let's talk about, you need more customers. We got to figure out how to get more customers in your center, or we got to teach your employees how to upsell. It's one of the coolest parts of my business.
Oh, for our young listeners. So
yes.
Brad's a dementor. People that like numbers, because
that's right.
I'm the complete opposite of you, Brad. You'd be like, bookkeeping is like sucking my soul out of my body. But I'm so glad we have Brad. So that's great. But that's interesting. Franchise. I mean, I know they exist. I've never really looked into franchises or different things. I know friends that have had franchises. I know one of the challenges they run into sometimes is when they need to innovate quickly. or want to change, that's all protected, right? Like, is there a lot of paperwork to go? How easy is it to pivot?
Within like major pivots are hard, but like the beauty of one part of the reason why we got into the UPS store brand is because we could see that there wasn't going to be this huge pivot needed. This was always going to be a service that was like, people are always going to need to ship packages.
Correct.
This was always going to go. So it wasn't going to go, we've had 1,000 different food chains. I mean, we talked about Quiznos. They were huge, and then they fell apart.
Yeah.
I
forgot
about it. Yeah.
So we always knew that we felt like this was the best franchise for us. One of the best parts about franchises is that you've got that name brand recognition. Right. So you're in front of people with, there's 5,400 centers across the U.S. Nearly everybody knows about a UPS store. I think they say 90% of the population is within 10 miles of UPS.
Well, and off air when we were talking, I was like, I was first introduced to a UPS store when, I knew Martha, but anyway, I needed to ship something, and I walked in and I was like, "Is the UPS part in the back?" I mean, there were mailboxes, and I was shocked at how much you do inside of a UPS store. Can do.
Yeah, sometimes people run into things where they don't know exactly what to. We get franchisees that come through and they don't know what to focus on. They try to shoot their shot everywhere, right? And they don't ever focus on, hey, I'm really good at shipping. I'm really good at packaging. I'm going to push my focus that way. There's a lot, or if you're a great print store, like most of the time what happens is whatever they focus on is what grows. And so we've got to figure, but if you try to do everything that the UPS store is capable of, it's hard. Like we've tried that here and there, but it's a tough gig to try to do everything that these stores are capable of.
Yeah. What's funny is I was kind of introduced to the UPS store probably, 20 years ago, back when the airlines were starting to come up with all the bag fees, when you used to be able to check your bags for free.
Correct.
Then the first one's 50 and the next one's 25. It's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then somebody goes, go to UPS, because like you said, you're within 10 miles of a UPS store. And as they were telling me, I thought, you know what, there is a UPS store as we drive out onto the island down in Florida. And so we went to the UPS store, shipped it to that our luggage to that UPS store. Not only did it save some money, but it saved the headache of having to go in and stand in line and check things that you never think of. Is you can just ship between stores.
And they didn't lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it got there long before we did.
Yeah, we run into that. We do a little bit of that, shipping golf clubs. That's a whole nother thing too.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Golf clubs are such a pain. And skis, if you were a skier.
Yep. In Europe, it's bikes. Well, I suppose the States too. But in Europe, everywhere you go, it's like they're shipping.
We've shipped a few bikes. Yep. Absolutely.
That's funny.
So you have 5 stores in Lincoln.
5 stores in Lincoln.
Right.
Yep.
So pretty much all across Lincoln.
We're spread out across Lincoln. I'm doing a couple relocations this summer. So right now we're at 40th and Old Cheney, 27th and Superior, 13th and Q downtown, 70th and Van Dorn, and then last September we opened up a store in the Russ's Market out on Coddington and West Day. It's a non-traditional store is what they call it, a store-in-store model. So where Union Bank used to be in this little 350 square foot space right by their checkout counters. Now we're there running a little satellite, almost a satellite center for us. Still offers all the same services, but it's a part of town that was really underserved, and we're like, this is a pretty good opportunity for us to hop in here, and it's starting to grow. We're getting some major growth.
I lived out there, so we loved the Russes.
Right.
I mean, because otherwise, they had to come all the way into town. I lived out there before they built, Rosa Parkways and everything too. Yeah. So it was nice to have a store out there. How's that? So how is that?
It's been really good. It's been a learning experience for us. Running into just a different style of what we're used to. So my stores right now are around 2,000 square feet. I'm down to 350 square feet. So I've got to think about package storage, like where are we going to put all the packages today? We're not able to hold the inventory, but part of the reason why we did is we knew we could get whatever inventory we need as far as boxes and stuff go out there, and it's been a fun experience where, like I said, it's really starting to pick up these last 2 months, and I think the community out there has really embraced it.
It's nice.
And you guys just did a remodel on the 40th and Cotner store.
Yeah, 40th and Old Cheney just remodeled.
Cheney, yeah.
I got remodeled a couple years, and 27th Superior. That was another relocation that we did. That store is now next to IHOP, in Verizon Wireless on the southwest
sure.
corner there. So nice, beautiful new store. That's my main print hub. Got all kinds of fun print equipment in there. I can do notepads, binders, fat heads, wide format printing in terms of, yard signs. We can think of all kinds of fun stuff.
That's what we need. We need to have a couple of fat heads of our fat heads printed up, and we'll put them in the studio back here. So
Target Brad.
this is good. Yeah, I'll throw those in for free.
oh, great.
That'd be great.
That we can have, this is recorded, right?
We could have like cardboard cutouts. We'll just prop them up inside the microphone, and then we can
Perfect.
just dress like bums and sit in the
day.
corner with a microphone and talk. So I love that.
So you print in-house.
Yeah.
See, that surprises me. That's cool.
Yeah, we both of my north and my south store, we made them a little bit larger, so we're able to print in-house. Right now at the 40th and Old Cheney location, I've got a production print machine that's about 13 feet long. So we're talking. It's a good sized unit, along with a wide format printer in there as well. And so we're able to do a lot of things. We're not the size where we can hit what Firespring or what some of these bigger print houses can do. But like for a small business owner, we're right. It's right in our wheelhouse. Exactly what they want to do.
Sale signs,
yeah, absolutely.
Yard, all of that.
Well, and they did our business cards, our thank you cards, our envelopes. They did all that for us. And did a fantastic job.
Welcome back to the 402 Business Insider. This segment is sponsored by the Lincoln Airport and Integrated Behavioral Health Services. And we just booked tickets to SFO, San Francisco, through Lincoln at $150 less a ticket.
That's
Amazing.
crazy.
Yeah, it's always worth the look for sure.
Absolutely.
Today our guest is Brad Island.
Underline Brad.
Brad from the UPS stores. Welcome, Brad.
Hey.
We want to find out a little bit about how what prompted you to buy a UPS store? What led you to buy it? Did you buy all 5 at once? Did you buy one and then another? How'd that work? What'd that look like?
We bought the North 27th store first. To tell you the truth, it was supposed to be a investment for us. I wasn't supposed to be all that involved. We had somebody that was going to manage these stores for us, so we can see how well that went now that I'm on the radio today.
That's off-air topic.
Yeah. So we had somebody that we thought was going to be a great manager. And, I think the day that when we asked them, hey, I think we need to go through a price increase and start talking about prices, and I got told that was going to be too difficult to do, was the day we kind of was like, all right, I guess I got to get more involved in this deal.
Yeah,
that's scarcity mindset. You never really want that in business.
Right.
It's part of business.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So we bought that. We went pretty fast. We bought that store. We opened 2 stores in the next year, and then we bought the last 2 stores in Lincoln the following year after that.
So what year did you buy the first one?
2014.
Okay. So you've been in it a while.
Yeah. So
11 years.
It's a 10-year franchise agreement. So we've done a couple renewals at this point, and so signed up for another 10 years of this because it's been good for us. It's been a lot of fun most days. Obviously, there's days where it's not fun.
Right. Welcome to business.
Yeah, welcome to business.
Employ what? Ease?
Yeah, employees, yes.
No, they can be awesome. They can be. They come with
if
a
you
lot.
can find
a
them.
lot.
Yeah.
If you can find them. Are you having that trouble?
We've built a pretty good culture.
That's
that's the biggest thing that we've talked about is my employees, they can talk to us about anything. It's a communication based system with us. Like if we don't know about it, we can't help you. We can't offer solutions. We can't work with you on whatever issues that may be coming up. And the same thing goes. We do our best to communicate with them. Like when they do a good job, we have a huge sales day. It's like one of the first things I do. It's 7:00 in the morning. They get a text from me, say, "Hey, great job yesterday." Now they may not want it at 7 a.m., but I got to make sure I recognize them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great lesson for business owners out there.
Right.
Because I'm sure when you bought your first one, it didn't have that culture and you just picked it up and ran with it.
Yeah. Well, I've been going to those business seminars since either of you were born. And the statistics have always been that employees, everybody wants more money for their job.
Yeah.
But really 67% will say recognition is the number one thing. See me, talk to me, ask me if I have what I need to succeed. Those things are so much.
Right.
They're equally as important as pay and sometimes even more so. So I'm driving here today knowing that we're going to interview. And I'm thinking, geez, I hope this guy's nice, and I hope we can talk what you passed both of those. But I'm thinking probably a UPS store probably did good during COVID because I'm thinking people shipped a lot. Is that true? Or what was COVID like for you?
COVID was a huge growth in our business. I wonder.
Cool.
We really really went to that next level, and we've held on to most of those gains, and it totally changed our business model. Like, it totally changed how, when everybody went to shopping online and came back, and then now they're returning. So our package volume in our stores alone went up 600%, I believe was the average.
Wow.
So I mean, it changed it so much in that in 2018 they had this new store design, and they were rolling the store design out. Well, they were kind of slow in rolling it out, and they didn't do a lot of builds the first couple of years. COVID hits, and they realized what happened to our package volume. Scrapped the design, decided to do a totally different design that actually focused on our new part of our business. And that, I have to say, they did a good job with turning it out pretty quick, getting it out to this. So my North stores is this new design. It has great allows us to hold these packages, the package volume that we've picked up now. So
did the print side of it take a hit though?
It did. Yeah, it was print was tough. I mean, in some cases it was tough, but we offered free yard signs to businesses that were open, that started opening up. If you're open,
Smart.
we'll print you a yard sign,
Very smart.
stick it out there, so people know that you're open now. We did a lot of small business type reach outs. Like if they needed help, or if they needed packages shipped to we were always open. We were considered essential. So we stayed open the entire time, and ran into a lot of businesses that needed just, hey, I've got material coming, but I'm not in my center. Can I bring it to have it shipped to your place?
Now, I know one thing you guys do is like the Amazon returns, which I'm sure you probably don't make any money at, or you probably make a little.
We're compensated on Amazon returns, so yes, it's.
Oh, nice.
But you do have a stream of people coming into your door,
right? Which
is a gift.
It is a gift.
Just the fact that they're coming in.
That's one of the best things about when we first signed up for this. So they have signed up for the franchise. They have it's called Customer Retail Solutions. So they come through. They'll go out and UPS Store Corporate will go out to Amazon or Dyson Vacuum or whatever and say, hey, we can offer a return service for you. And so then your customers, all they have to do is come in with the barcode. We'll scan it, go through a workflow, pack up their Dyson that needs to go for warranty, or send back their Amazon return. So we get compensated for that. Plus we get customers in our door.
Yeah. Right there. It's to see everything else you offer.
Right. It's our job. The original thought of the plan was like, and if I could go back and look back 10 years ago, the amount of money that we got there from that portion of our business was very small. And now it's a huge chunk of our revenue. And so, but it's our job to take that. I mean, we get paid to have customers come into our store. So it's my job to have my employees give out bounce back coupons saying, hey, this month we're offering 10% off yard signs, and taking advantage of those, turning those Amazon customers into a mailbox customer, into a print customer, into whatever it may be.
Everything.
I always remember the McDonald's story, which was, and I don't know if they still do this or not, but it was always, would you like a hot apple pie with that?
Right.
And I always tell in marketing, I tell my clients, what's your hot apple pie? Because McDonald's has done billions of dollars in apple pies before they changed the recipe, by the way. If you're listening, McDonald's, go back. It's a pie. Fry that puppy dog up. So that's, but in the same boat, these people are coming in. You got to coach up your people and go, hey, do you need X, Y, Z?
There's a point in time there where it's like every transaction was like, hey, do you need a book of stamps for that? And we kind of moved away from that, because that's not, the margins on that aren't great, and it's a lot of work. And then people realize that stamps are a convenience item at our stores. We can upcharge on those.
Sure.
But if we come through and we were like, somebody's coming in, just yesterday, somebody came in, did an Amazon return. We did our bounce back coupon for 10% off yard signs. Hey, I'm doing a garage sale in 2 weeks. Can you guys make a sign for me? Exactly. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Turn that around in a couple of days, and they've got their garage sale sign.
Yeah. And off you go.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. So how do you like reward your people for sales, or?
Yeah, absolutely. We set up we have monthly sales goals. It's a team-based goal, because I've done the individual goals, and if it's like based on amount of sales they do or average customer transaction, then somebody would see an Amazon return, they wouldn't want to go up and help them.
Yeah. People are smart.
Yeah, they figured it out. So like, that's your turn to go up there. So we moved away from that and focused entirely on a customer experience, like making sure every customer is greeted when they walk into the door, helping them out, getting all the way through the transaction, and then adding that bounce back to every single transaction. That alone, I can see the emails come in through the 5 stores, which is a lot of emails. But when we come through, there and it's like, hey, I was in last week, I need to get a yard sign. Then I'm like, all right, I know my team's handing out these bounce back coupons. So then we hit our sales goals for the month, and if they hit the original goal, they get paid $1 per hour worked extra for that month. And if they keep going above and beyond that, it goes from $1 to $1.50 to $2. I think the top rate is all the way up to $6, additional $6 an hour.
I'm not going to be a greeter at Walmart.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
At the UPS store.
Well, and those are again, that's a great lesson, because I tell people everybody's in sales. With my team, the graphic designer is in sales, the videographer is in sales, because that's important.
Absolutely.
And never put a limit on going over goal. I've worked so many sales jobs in my life, and just like you said, people are smart and they know, well, if I take that Amazon return, I'm not going to get much out of that. But so I'll let Susie handle that, and I'll handle this guy over here. It's one of those, people will start sandbagging.
Mm-hmm.
And people are smart. When I was in sales, when you hit 100%, you got a certain thing. When you hit 110, it flattened out. Well, then as soon as I got to 110, I'd hold off on some of those orders, and I would turn them in the following month and get a jump start on that. So, yeah, great lesson.
I like for small businesses, everybody working out of their house now, and that you can have all your mail sent to the UPS store.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of your address. So you're not really giving away your home address, which is very important.
Exactly.
And I was surprised. I remember when I first walked into the UPS, the first store, I'm like, am I in the right place? Like, this looks like a post office a little bit right here. And that's like,
it does.
You guys do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is great and very handy for everyone. So you're all over town. Any projections to go Northeast Lincoln at all?
We've looked at Northeast Lincoln. I think when we move this, our downtown center is going to move to that 50th and O Street location. And so we're kind of doing a little shuffle to better cover Lincoln. It was kind of that was definitely Northeast Lincoln was in we hadn't found a great spot. And one of the things that I always look for is like rooftops. And there's just not, like, I would want to be at the 84th and Holdridge, that area. I need more rooftops to the north and east of that still.
They're coming.
They're coming.
Well, depending on the solar farm.
That's another day's topic.
That comes to fruition. So 50th and O, where are you? Like, my office is at 53rd and O, so I'm like really curious.
In the same strip as Wingstop, Jersey Mike's, Noodles.
Oh, go to Jersey.
There you go. Yeah, your office is right.
I ship the grandkids in California all the time, so now perfect lunch and shipping covered.
We're back on the 402 Business Insider. This segment is brought to us by Western National Bank, the T-shirt and jeans guys, and the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. Just had him on last week. Was it last week? I'm pretty sure it was last week. I don't know. Everything's a kind of a blur, but love the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. They got a lot going on down there. So if you get a chance, lcoc.com, talk to them, talk to Jason. You guys you'll be happy that you joined. So, all right, we're back with Brad Cheney from the UPS stores. So let's talk about not really moving from, but you got into the UPS stores, and then you had the opportunity to become a franchisor, which means you are helping people who want to start their own business in several states, because it's Nebraska,
South Dakota, North Dakota, and then 2 counties in Iowa, but it encompasses Sioux City and Council Bluffs.
Okay.
And so we this would have been 3 years ago, and I just made a comment to Mom one day, and we were talking. I was like, I wonder if Steve, the area franchisee, I wonder if he'd ever consider selling the area. I was like, I think we got a good opportunity, because we've successfully ran 4 stores at that time. We know how to run a store, and I think we can provide some great insight to the current franchisees, but I think we've got the opportunity to add additional stores and do this type of thing. And I just said it in passing and not, didn't go too far into that. 2 weeks later, he calls me and says, would you like to buy the area?
Oh, wow. Talk about timing.
Expands. Yeah. You think expands. That's what that is.
Right.
Yeah,
and so
honestly.
we went through that process, and it's the UPS store franchise is interesting because on the area side, because if he decides to sell, we get one shot to make an offer, and then it goes to, but the corporate office gets to look at it and say, I want to buy it for that amount. So we only get one. We make one offer. We don't get to come back. It's like, well, actually we'd go higher. So we came back, we made our offer. We hit them at the right time, partly because it was in 22. They had previously purchased other areas, and we're a bit of a conundrum for them because they have to be able to provide support for the area. Then if they buy it, huge area, biggest geographical area besides Alaska, and 45 centers. I've got one person that does my center visits. She travels around between all 45 centers.
Oh wow!
And does it quarterly, and
Jeez.
so it was going to be a bigger deal for corporate to cover that than it is. Steph is amazing. She's like, she was with Steve prior. She was a key to this deal happening because Mom and I weren't going to do center visits. That wasn't like, we wanted to provide the support from here, give business advice, but the actual center visit side, we had to have Steph. That was part of the deal. She had to come with us.
So, wow, heck yeah.
So what makes a good franchisee?
Just, if somebody finds good business sense, and they don't have to be in business. I've got a franchisee that's in Pierre, South Dakota, and her husband started his own business, and then she was working for the state and said, hey, you know what, I want to start this too. And she came and visited us here in Lincoln and had a talk and went through the whole process of they come to Lincoln. We take them to one of our centers and we show them around, talk about the different profit centers, and they want to call it an executive interview, and I don't consider it that. I want them to come to my center. I want to say 3 or 4 things and see what ideas come out of their head. If they're really into this, really into this, they're going to have tons of great ideas. Hey, I want to do this. Hey, I was in Pierre the other day and I didn't see, nobody's doing this in Pierre. So I'm going to start printing that here. I think people are, those type of ideas.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where the good thing, I mean, franchises are really good just in that it's kind of a business in a box.
It is. And you've got earlier I said you've got that name brand, you've got that brand in front of you, but you also have people that have had success in this and before you, and there's people that will continue to have success after you. But the thing that we have is we'll have networking meetings where all 45 franchisees will get together typically on a quarterly basis, and you think you're out there doing this by yourself, and I've never seen this before in my life. I don't know what to do. There's 44 other franchisees that have seen that exact same thing. Exactly. And being able to talk to somebody about how'd you handle this is priceless.
You're not in the ocean by yourself. So when someone comes for the interview, do they get extra points if they wear all brown?
We haven't had anybody do that yet, so I'm not sure. We're not, but our uniform isn't brown. We're the sky blue, and so
nice,
yeah.
Cool. So that's not part of the franchise. You have to look like a UPS driver or anything.
You don't.
That's great.
One thing that I do like too is I've heard people will say negative things about being a franchisee, but like you don't get a lot of autonomy. You do. But you don't get to decide one day, you know what, we're going to start selling cinnamon rolls.
Right.
So and it's a good thing because it keeps business owners focused on what makes them money and what will propel them forward.
Right. There's just the franchise models that they give you guide rails, and you can, especially like we're fortunate in ours, we've got tons of different profit centers people can focus on. But if you stay within the guide rails, we can help you a lot. And if you decide, you know what, I'm going to sell office supplies, which we do that sell in our stores. It's not a great money maker for us. But if somebody really focused on selling office supplies, probably in a small town, in the smaller communities, they probably could do pretty well with this.
Yeah. And it's kind of like the grocery items at the gas station, right? You're not going to do your grocery shopping there, but it is nice when I'm there and hey, I need some stamps or some some legal pads or whatever you have hanging there. That's pretty slick. And we're back on the 402 Business Insider. This segment sponsored by Sartor Heyman Jewelers and Complete Family Dermatology. Talking with Brad at the UPS stores, let's start talking about a few things that are kind of facing us all. I mean, we have tariffs. Are tariffs affecting your business right now?
We haven't seen anything yet.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't really either. There are a few things here and there, but but the one thing that I'd love to talk about is finding employees, benefits, insurance, because even though you're a franchise, you don't just get those from corporate. So is that a struggle for you guys?
Finding employees, we talked a bit earlier about culture, but we've had really good luck with current employees and recommending a roommate or a friend of theirs and building it that way. And that alone creates, you're working with somebody you already, in most cases, like, and so that helps there. We've done a bit of advertising for employees and have had good luck. I mean, the one thing that I think people, if they like to work, they like our job, because we're up and we're moving all day, and we're every day's a little bit different. There's a little bit of fun to be had every single day. And you're going to see something interesting most days, whether it's, something cool getting shipped out. Like we've shipped out, old guitars, we've shipped out bicycles, we've shipped out dining room sets. I mean, it's been fun.
Oh, wow. And you guys do the packaging too.
We do. Yeah. So we can do freight. I've built some crates in my day, and so if we need to crate something up, we can get that shipped out and provide pretty competitive rates. And it's easy because we have the ability to wheel it into our store, package it up, and get it sent out within a short period of time.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And are your average employees, are they relatively young? Are they college kids?
Yeah, we've done pretty well with getting college kids, and they seem to work. There's enough things in our job that are tech related that I like to have that tech background, and then everything that we do, like when it comes to the process and stuff, is all workflow related, and the college kids seem to do a better job with workflow setups. Like they read step 1, step 2, step 3, and they work through the process, and they do a really good job with it. So
yeah, I always tell people it's like when I'm hiring for marketing, I can teach so many things, but I can't teach get to work at 8 o'clock. So if you can find somebody that just can show up on time, you got half the battle behind you.
We pick our most competitive, most consistent people to show up at 8 and also to close at 7 o'clock at night. And so
I was just going to ask, are your stores governed by franchise hours? You have to be open a certain number of days
there's a certain number of hours we have to be open. I think it's 50. We're over the average, over the number by a decent amount. But so we're open 8 to 7 Monday through Friday, and 10 to 3 Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, easy. Perfect. Yeah,
that is nice.
Yeah, cool. Is Saturday your big day? Or is it just pretty steady?
You know what Saturday and Sundays are? There's it takes some of the, like we'll get a lot more Amazon returns on those weekend days.
Oh, sure.
So it's more of a relief valve for the week when we're doing actual processing shipments and doing print jobs and those things like that. So I look at the weekends as, while I like to make money during the weekends, at the same time it's that relief valve to get a lot of those packages out of my centers.
Yeah.
While I don't have the big projects going on.
Is there anything specific you to do to stay competitive, or like I love your what do you call it when you bring back bounce back? I'd never heard that before. I'm so seasoned, I should know that. I love that bounce back. Do you do anything specific to get people coming back other than that? Or
I mean, that's our main focus. I mean, we do we're in some business networking groups, and so we're talking with other small business owners and pushing that out. We're in all 3 BNI groups in Lincoln. So we're the only printer in each one of these groups, which is one of the coolest things about BNI, is we're not competing with somebody else that's in the same spectrum as we are. We run into, so we're doing the print for those people, and the best thing is when they recommend us to somebody else, right? And we keep building the referral business out of that.
Exactly.
So
sure.
Yeah. And once you find a good printer, stick with them. And that's what, you've done so many print projects for transformation marketing over the years, because I mean, you guys do magazines and all the things that you wouldn't think that the UPS store does, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we started going on print, it was always I'd always told my folks, say yes, and then you can call me and panic.
And we'll make it happen.
And then
that's
smart. Though.
Yeah. I'll walk you through it. We'll walk through, say yes. I just sold 5,000 envelopes, Brad. How did I do this? It's all right. We got to order product. We got, like, the biggest thing is just don't tell them when they're going to get it, because it might take.
Yeah, don't guarantee overnight delivery.
Yeah,
take a seat.
Yeah.
All right, Brad. Welcome back to the Business Insider here in Lincoln on a beautiful Saturday morning. This segment sponsored by Lincoln Coin and Bullion, the UPS stores, which Brad is in here with us today, and Red Rhino Roofing, who's helping me on a little project where some guy accidentally drilled 3 holes into a roof. Those fun types of things. 3, not 1. Yeah, okay. Just to make sure it was really a mistake.
Was he running around on the roof with the drill running and fell?
He was hooking up security equipment. Apparently, he thought holes in the roof would help with something. Rodents still need to get in, I guess.
Why not?
So welcome, Brad. It's been great chatting with you and getting to know a little bit more about UPS stores. Tell us again, what are your locations in Lincoln and where are they? And one is moving. So when is that happening?
Yeah, we have 2 moving that'll happen sometime this summer or fall. So currently we're 40th and Old Cheney, 27th Superior, and then the rest is market out at Coddington and West Day. Our store that's currently at 13th and Q downtown is going to move to 50th and O Street sometime, like I said, late summer, early fall. And then our store that's at 70th and Van Dorn currently is going to move out to 86th and Nebraska Parkway in the same spot.
Oh, there we go.
Move.
In the same spot that Speedy Mart's in. Taking
Ah.
that north space there. So
Good
Very nice.
we're excited about that. Like I said, we talked earlier about getting better coverage across Lincoln. We were kind of clumped up, and I fortunately can have a direct line to corporate. And hey, let's talk about organizing Lincoln a little bit better so it better serves the community. So,
Sure.
Yeah, that'll be handy too, because we come in Nebraska Parkway all the time. So you're
you'd
going
be
to
right
save
there.
us a drive.
Yeah. How do we find you online?
The easiest thing to do is just go to the upsstore.com. There's a location finder on there, and you can
Put in zip code.
put
or
in your
whatever
zip code, and you'll pull up your. One of the things we focus on is make sure it doesn't matter whether you come to one store or the other, that you're going to get the exact same service. The prices are going to be the same. Like there's no change in how our stores operate. You should be greeted within a few seconds of walking in the door, and we're going to help you out. We'll get you a bounce back coupon to bring you back in the next time.
And one of my favorites is always UPS store near me, which I actually do more than you think, because I travel a bit and I always I'll need somebody to print something off. So you just UPS store near me, and then I email them whatever, they print off what I need, and away we go. So
I
Top
can
Google
tell-
searches.
I can tell that Brad's UPS stores have a great culture, so I'm going to be one of the greeters there when I retire someday. He doesn't know that yet, but
There
yeah,
you
it'll just
go.
be kind of fun. But that's all I want to do, just greet.
All
So
right.
yeah, probably not going to get the job. That sounds wonderful. You're open Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 3,
3.
which is good to know. And then your weekday hours
8 to 7.
and that's at every location.
Every
right?
location. Yep.
Okay, great.
fantastic.
It's been a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, it's
great.
been a lot of
Great to
fun.
talk with you guys.
It's been a
It's
lot
been
of fun. Next week, John Barry's going to come in and talk to us, but not you, because you're gone.
I have to go to a funeral.
Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But Tom Stevens is going to fill in. So Tom Stevens.
sweet.
Yeah, I love Tommy.
Yeah, Tom, if you take my job, I know where you live.
I'm sure he doesn't want it. He's probably golfing right now.
Okay, yeah.
And now he's got to move that tea time next
There
week
you
to
go.
come in and talk to us. So it should be good, though. Memorial Day is next week, next weekend,
Yeah.
Monday, week
Alrighty.
from Monday. So, yeah, having John come in and talk to us will be perfect. Stick around for the Grow Lincoln show with Robin Eshelman. She is up next. Thanks for listening to the 402 Business Insider.